Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're gonna have ourselves a 1v1 on Faymonville Approach. Our heroes today are going to be Jove, playing as the Austere or Wehrmacht faction in the blue. And his opponent is going to be Burmie, playing as the US forces in the red. So while the game gets underway, I guess I don't have to, but I'll let you guys know. I'm going to be leaving again for a week this weekend. Let's see if this is, yeah, so it would be on this weekend. So doesn't affect the remainder of this week. Should be fine, but that means that, you know, maybe for the end of the week and the beginning of next week, no videos, because I won't be back until the middle of the week, so, you know. Like I said, it's going to be about once a month. This one actually took out a little bit longer than the last time, so, you know, we were able to have more videos a little bit more frequently. Wow, these rifles still running around while suppressed, not giving a shit. Dancing around the house and then finally hitting the dirt in the front of the house. A little bit of a unexpected, you know, thing, but it happened. So, anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna be out. Like I said, basically the end of the week. I leave at the end of the week, come back in the middle of the week next week. So yeah, probably a little bit in interruption there on videos, but nothing too bad, and hopefully there won't be too many days. So right now, I'm actually going to try and get a couple games done back-to-back so that I can have a little bit of a buffer there and make it as less noticeable as possible. Okay, there you go. So anyways, let's take a look at what the hell's been going on in the game. So we see Jove laying down some wire right in front here in the center. Nice little tactic there, as it makes it so that, obviously, Burmie can't push through automatically. Obviously, you can just vault over the fence on either side, or there's a gap over here. But, you know, if you just send your units, you know, automatically through the map, it's going to path them in a different direction. We see Jove, though, going for Tier 1, getting himself a Grand Squad and then a Sniper. Sniper on the field is always a nice little choice. I can only assume that Burmie, seeing this, or once he actually sees a Sniper, because it hasn't actually, you know, done anything, going to be taking up to a lieutenant, getting himself a utility car, and trying to run down that sniper with that utility car. Because, well, we've seen it before, and, you know, it's pretty much a natural reaction there. So far, though, Jove's just building more Grens. We see Burmie with 3 rifles on the field. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Nothing additional to that so far. And we can assume, yep, the lieutenant is coming into play. So doesn't even have to see the sniper. He knows that that is his play. Sniper is now detected. The rifles are pushing forward, trying to hunt it down, getting a couple shots off on it, but getting themselves shot up. The sniper moving back. Going to be taking even more shots. Down to 2 men on that rifle squad. More shots flying at the sniper, but with only 2 rifles remaining. The rifle squad is actually quite threatened there. Could potentially be taken down. Going to be taking another shot. Nope, manages to run past the hedge, breaking line of sight, and the sniper is unable to continue the assault. Rifle squad revealing itself on the field as it takes a shot at the base. Grand squad moving up behind. Sniper taking a shot. Base sector MG, though, managing to catch that rifle squad, getting it suppressed. The sniper now having a turkey shoot at them and will be forcing the retreat. Grand squad also picking up the rear echelons, and Burmie not having a good time right now. So the sniper here for Jove proving to be quite a nuisance. Only 4 kills, but, you know, the threat of it is actually much more significant than what it actually does. Pile squad in the center, though, for Jove. Hold up inside this house. May actually die here. Pops out of the house and retreats down to 1 man. Going to be making it out of there. Sniper takes a shot at the rifles. The rifles popping the fence. Going to be forced to retreat as the MG42 on the left-hand side manages to tear them apart before they actually get inside the house. And even if they had gotten inside the house with the sniper shooting at them and Grens on top of them, it would have been a risky situation. Back at base for Burmie. Everything getting reinforced. We see the utility car, like we said, coming into play. Going to be getting into the field just now. There we go. Utility car coming in. And we shall see how he deals with the sniper. Again, at this stage, you can almost pretty much just run it in. The Fausts are, of course, a threat. And we see the sniper pushing all the way to the front. Going to be taking some pot shots here at the approaching infantry. There goes a rifle squad. And the utility car reveals, well, not reveals itself, but, you know, it's now aware of where the sniper is, which is currently in the center, in a very chaseable, downable position. So here it goes. So rifle spotting the sniper in the center. The utility car going to be chasing it down. Sniper takes a shot. Going to be quickly caught there out of position. However, the Grens are nearby. Foul's going to be going off, and the sniper will be able to survive. So a little bit of a nicer turn of events here since the last time we saw it. So yeah, that was a threat, of course. The last time we saw this happen, no Grens were in the way. None of them were back at base, so the utility car was able to basically chase it down all the way. Vehicle crew will be having to pop out, get those repair goings, and maybe try to get the sniper. Sniper popping in the house, getting some shots flying there at the rear echelon squad. Popping in, popping out. No reason for the sniper to stay inside the house for prolonged periods, because it's just going to be taking some fire damage. Well, not literally fire, you know, it's going to be getting shot at. And it has its cooldown to go through with its rifle, so, you know, doing that little pop in, pop out. Pretty excellent way of going around that. MG42 on the left-hand side, catching a rifle squad out in the open, getting it suppressed, and manages to crawl out of the way into the cover of a hedge. The utility car going to be moving on top of the house to try and flush out the MG. MG can do damage to the utility car, and it does. Ooh, nice grenade there, but not going to work that time, I suppose. Is there only one door in that house? Well, smoke getting popped inside the house. The MG42 being forced to retreat. So nice little knowledge there by Burmie of the battlefield, and nice attempt. So he throws a grenade at the house, trying to provoke Jove to pop the unit from inside the house. But he throws it at the door, which is, you know, of course, nothing new. It's a, you know, it's a nice little tactic utilized all the way back in the original Company Heroes. But Jove didn't fall for it and didn't retreat, so, you know, nothing much happened. It did actually do splash damage and hurt the MG, but the MG makes it out of there regardless. 222 now on the field for Jove, chasing down the Lieutenant up in the north. Lieutenant very low in health, might actually die here. We have a Grand Squad taking it apart as it runs. 2 men left, very low in health, but oof. They all managed to make it out of there. The Lieutenant himself getting shot in the head as he round the corner, but the one man of his squads makes it out of there alive and automatically gets promoted. Well, not really. He's actually going to get a replacement lieutenant, but, you know, he feels good. Utility car up in the center. 222 trying to chase it down. The sniper trying to move around as the utility car is trying to hunt it down. In a very good position to actually do so. The sniper moving along. It does get, obviously, the benefit of cloaking and cover. Manages to go across the road. And Jove doing a superb job at keeping himself alive with his sniper. Back at base, do we have med bunkers? Yes, we do. So the sniper can actually move back and will, to be able to get some healing and be back at full strength. Utility car takes a couple shots there from the 222. 222 a little bit damaged as well, but repairs are going on either side. Jove selecting his Doctrine. Both players selecting Doctrine already, and we have the Spearhead Doctrine as we see the Mortar Half-Track getting called in here for Jove, as well as Burmie going for the Heavy Cavalry Company, which we saw previously as well, I believe. Might be mistaken, but pretty sure. No, wait. Last time we saw Armor Company. Yeah, never mind. Anyways, we've seen the Heavy Cavalry Company quite a while. Quite a bit, you know. That Pershing is quite a beast. Rifle squad in the center. Getting shot at in all directions. Forced to retreat. Ambulance finally coming into play for Burmie. We do see the Captain Tech now on the field for Burmie as well. Will we see a Steward after that, or is it just a additional tech step? We'll see. Rifle squad retreating from the center as the Grens and the MG42 easily clear the field. Rear echelon squad on the left-hand side, capping some territory, as we have the utility car on the far right-hand side, trying to clear out a house, but pretty much getting itself torn apart there. The vehicle crew popping out to get a bazooka shot flying. The 222 managing to inflict the death blow on the utility car carcass, essentially. Oh, manages to dodge that last bazooka shot and makes it out of there alive. And very nice turn of events there. Turn of events there for Jove. But at the very least, Burmie though manages to keep his bazooka crew, vehicle crew with the bazooka alive, so that gives him an additional mode of anti-tank firepower. Captain was there as well, so that is why the utility car was left with a sliver of health. So, by all rights, it should have died, but Jove got a little bit of an RNG lucky break there as the shot flew a little bit wide. Pilot squad popping out of the house, trying to do with flamethrower here and kill off the captain. Captain squad down to 3 men, gonna be forced to retreat. Has to retreat through the path of a Grand squad. Grants might be able to pop out a couple members there, killing off one, but the rest remain. And the vehicle crew also is forced to retreat as the Pyos, well, you know, they're flamethrowers, they know what they're doing. Center map, we see a big retreat here as the MG, some Grants are forced back. Sniper still taking shots all over the place. 17 kills so far, she's picking up rifles left and right. Grand squad over here on the left-hand side, a little bit cut off from its retreat path. Fighting against rifles, however, they do have the heavy cover of that tractor, so they're able to withstand and stay on that fight quite a bit longer. Sniper still taking some shots at whatever it can, spotting some units on the center. Down to 2 men on that rifle squad, risking itself getting cleared off. Gonna be forced to retreat. No, gonna be moving out of the way, then retreating with a last shot hitting 1 member, bringing it down to 1 man. Oof, rifle Grand squad over here on the left-hand side, getting torn to pieces by that rifle squad. Down it goes. And all the rifles for Burmie retreating, none of them actually dying, all of them very low. 1 man on most of them, only 1 with 2. But they stay alive, and that's what matters. So Jove is going to be replacing his Grand squad because he knows he needs that that fighting infantry on the field. MG42 going to be popping inside the center house. Center house looking very rickety when it comes to that. When it comes to the health, so has to be a little bit careful in that regard, but should be fine. S minefield getting laid down up here in the north. We do have the lieutenant and the vehicle crew moving around. However, if they want to go for that fuel point, they're going to have to get some help. We have a rear echelon squad with sweepers currently going back to base, so it's slowly going to have to make its way up there, which denies the territory to Burmie. And Jove is able to essentially have the resources of the fuel there for free for a little while until the sweepers come in. So it's a couple extra seconds, a couple extra ticks there that he keeps it. So, you know, it's nice. Victory points, pretty goddamn even. 435 to 429. Not even 10-point difference there. So, you know, anybody's game at this stage. Up in the north, the Grand Squad hold up inside that mansion. We see bazooka shots flying all over the place. However, the bazookas aren't really that strong against this house. It's a stone house. It's pretty well built. Will do damage, obviously, in the long run, but you can see there that the house itself was pretty much on damage. A sliver of health was left, well, was removed from it, so they can actually withstand there quite safely without having much of a risk of the house collapsing. Grand Squad over on the far left-hand side, trying to capture that point as rifles are engaging them. They do have an LMG, which allows them to dish out quite a bit of firepower. 222 moving into the center, doing a lot of damage itself as well. And the rifle squad down to 2 men. Quickly forced to retreat, though it did disconnect that fuel point, which the other one is disconnected as well. Looks like the lieutenant may have taken some damage there. Lieutenant in the center, engaging against the Pyos with their flamethrowers. The flamethrowers doing what they can. Lieutenant squad not having much luck in killing any of the Pyos. Retreats before it gets itself killed. Far north we have the captain and a rifle squad trying to capture some additional territory, but the fuel was left intact. Vehicle crew behind that capturing that victory point. And the 222 moves to the north. Grand Squad over here going to be capturing some territory as they go. And the Pyos with their flamethrowers moving up on top of the rear echelons with the sweepers. Unfortunately, with the sweeper equipped, they don't really have that much firepower against the Pyos, and the Pyos will be able to win out here because they're also in cover, so that's going to hurt. Captain Squad retreating from the north. Down to 3 men. Rifle Squad coming up behind the Pyos, quickly forcing them to retreat. We do see that the 222 died. It died to the captain, so no real surprise there. I mean, we kind of missed it, but we know what happened, so it doesn't matter much. You can see right there. Vehicle destroyed. Why? Because it's the captain. The captain is very strong at killing the 222s. Pretty much kills them 2 volleys and can get them off. Rifle Squad on the right-hand side retreating, not being able to capture that fuel, and Jove still being able to capture on the left-hand side as his Grens still move along. And well, with the LMGs, they're, you know, pretty good. So far, Burmie not upgrading any of his infantry, not selecting the weapon caches. So for now, not a lot going on for Burmie. He is using a lot of his manpower, getting himself a pack howitzer and such, you know, getting some additional support. Left-hand side rifles and the lieutenant squad pushing forward, grenade flying at the Grens. Time to leave, and they quickly retreat. Far north, Grand Squad going for the victory point. Should be able to cap it without any issue, as there's nobody there. And we only now see the infantry for Burmie moving out all at a time. House in the center collapsing. Weird that it's collapsing now. Not sure why, but I guess it was targeted maybe by something. We do have a pack on the field for Jove, just expecting anything, you know, it's safety and preparation. S minefield here in the center, getting cleared out by the rear echelon squad. The rifles pushing straight through the center, just running themselves straight into a MG, getting suppressed. The sniper over here on the left-hand side. 29 kills so far, 30 now. Getting caught by the lieutenant. This will be the death of the sniper, as it was left unattended. Lieutenant is not currently focusing on the sniper. Retreats, but now the lieutenant is focusing it down. Can he actually pick it off? I believe he can. Yeah, he can. So a bit of a lapse in concentration there for Jove. And his sniper goes down. Unnecessarily so. It was picking off the rifle squad on the left-hand side, but, you know, once it saw the lieutenant, if it's just retreated immediately, it would have been quite fine. So, sad, but we'll see what happens. Anyways, Lieutenant in the center does manage to get the flank going, forcing the MG42 to move out of the way. The Pio squad trying to fight it. Having a decent amount of time there doing so, as it has that heavy cover by the car. However, with the flanking rifles coming on top of them, the Pio squad is quickly forced to retreat. Does have veteran C3, so it should be very happy about that. Nice grenade going off. Oof! Well, never mind. The grenade landed right behind the Grand Squad. The Grand Squad managing to just sit there and take it like a boss. And is forcing the retreat of the Lieutenant. Center map, though, the rifles and rear echelons are capping, and we now see a triple cap turning on the side for Burmie. Victory points, 423 for Jove, 375 for Burmie, so the spread is, you know, about 50 points. They're not too big. So, not too big a deal. The game stays even. Ostwind coming into play for Jove as he techs up to his tier 3. Back at base, we still have no additional tech, no major coming into play for Burmie. He does have a lot of fuel, about to have enough fuel for a Pershing, which I'm assuming is what he's waiting for. Does need a couple extra command points, but since he needs the fuel anyways, and he's also going to need the manpower, you know, it's fine for him to wait, and he'll be able to field one of those relatively soon. Ostwind pushing forward, stopping the approaching infantry. Pio squad taking some heavy damage and retreating. Panzer Grenadiers now on the field for Job. We see the Grand Squad. Looks like we lost another Grand Squad. I didn't see that one. Let me see if I can catch it. Grenadiers. Yeah, we see another Grand Squad getting built there for Job, as one of them died. Maybe I did see it, I don't remember. Maybe I'm just listening, but whatever. Anyways, if it happened out of camera, you probably saw it already. And, see the vehicle crew covering the rear echelons as they try to cap. Ostwind taking some shots. Inflicting quite a bit of damage there on the rear echelons. Panzer Grenadier squad on the left-hand side, quickly tearing apart the rifle squad at close range, because, well, that's what they do. And up north, we see rifles and the lieutenant moving around as the MG42 has been placed inside the mansion to try and cover the victory point. Although it doesn't have it in its possession, so it's kind of, you know, awkwardly just looking at enemy territory. Grants moving in that direction, going to be running into the rifle squad. The rifle squad should be able to win that one since they caught it unaware and it was just automatically moving on a waypoint. Panzer Grenadier squad on the left-hand side retreating, as it's now only down to 2 men and really unable to go for a second round. Pios laying down some Teller mines in the center. Burmie has been doing a pretty good job at clearing mines with his sweepers.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
We see the vehicle crew moving into the center, apparently trying to cap or something, but just getting themselves torn to pieces. Rifles on the left-hand side, forced to retreat by the Ostwind. Second rifle squad coming up to relieve them. Pile squad going for the fuel. Grants inside houses. And rifles in the north retreating as they... I don't know why. The MG's still in the house. Could have actually caught them there at the edge and gotten them suppressed maybe. Didn't actually see, but I suppose it doesn't matter too much. Just a little bit. Anyways, command point's about to be popping here for Burmie. So Burmie will be fielding a Pershing very, very soon. He does need a little bit more manpower. But again, it, you know, pretty much coincides with his command points. So command points are now acquired. The Ostwind, though, is going to be taking off this rifle squad. Rifle squad really has no chance of escaping here, even if Grand Squad is retreating it. I mean, chasing it down on the retreat. Can it actually pick it off? Yep. Yeah, it almost made it out of there, but, you know, it was a very tough gauntlet to run there. However, the things and the stuff have happened, and now we see the other thing and the stuff come to fruition. So yeah, anyways, the manpower goes up for Burmie, gets his resources as he needs to, and the Pershing is now on field. 10 squad retreating down to 1 man, the Pershing taking the shot at the Ostwind. Now, obviously, the Ostwind can't really do much against the Pershing. However, the Pershing doesn't automatically kill it. You know, well, I mean, if they fight each other, yes, it automatically kills it. But it doesn't kill it in one shot, so the Ostwind actually can get away relatively easy unless it, you know, puts itself in a bad spot. With the pack on the field, should be able to help out. And we see a very nice hit there on that teller mine placed by Burmie a little bit earlier. Getting a good shot going there on that... on the Pershing. The vehicle crew moving up, going to be popping its repair critical, allowing the Pershing to actually stay alive and repair the engine right away. Generally speaking, that doesn't happen to Pershings because, you know, they don't actually have a vehicle crew. They are an automated tank, robotic. Not a lot of people know about them. You know, they were the first unmanned vehicles that the U.S. forces employed. And, so they don't have a crew that can pop out of it and repair it. But with the vehicle crew of the utility car, they can actually do that and utilize the repair critical because, you know, while you would, you know, just associate the repair critical with its own vehicle because you pop out and repair the critical and pop back in, you know, you can actually do it on whatever vehicle you want. So that ended up working very well there for Burmie. Lieutenant over on the left-hand side being a complete badass, moving by himself over on this location. You see the lieutenant there equipped with a bar. He does have 4 other men at his disposal, but he decided to lead the charge. He said, "Let me show you how it's done, men. Once it's clear, you can move in and help me out." And, you know, that worked out. Anyways, center map, Pershing moving around, Panzer Grenadiers moving in and throwing a grenade there at that pack howitzer. Doing quite a bit of damage to it, but not clearing it out. And quickly being forced to retreat as the Pershing is on the field. The Pershing is now fully repaired, so not that big a deal. And the Ostwind also repaired. Going to be moving up to the north to try and clear some territory. So Jove does have some more teller mines all over the place, so, you know, still has things that he can do against that Pershing, but as far as tank fights, well, he doesn't really have much there. Nasty shot there by the mortar half-track. How's it doing? 12 kills so far, Veteran C2. Not bad. It's actually doing pretty well. Up in the north, Grand Squad capping. More Grants capping. And in the center, the packing the Pershing. Left-hand side, the rear echelons and lieutenant fighting against more Grants. And we now have 3 Grants on the field for Jove, so he actually has more than he started with now. And Jove, obviously, well, since we saw the Spearhead Doctrine, can now get himself a Tiger on the field, and now it's a Tiger on Pershing fight. Usually, if I'm not mistaken, the Tiger wins that on a one-on-one. However, it's really all going to depend on the support that comes in from either player. Jove does have a pack gun on the field, so kind of has the edge there. There are bazookas, well, bazooka around here for Burmie, so, you know, could actually add a little bit more. We'll see. Anyways, Panzer Grenadiers in the center, moving up, getting torn apart by both rifles and the Pershing. Pershing taking the shot, but just hitting the hedge as the Panzer Grenadier squad retreats. Tiger moving onto the field, getting a shot flying and getting a kill there on their rifle member. forcing the quick retreat of everybody. The Oswin on the left-hand side, again, taking some damage from the Pershing, but it doesn't automatically die to it in one shot, so it's actually relatively safe to just stay there. The Tiger, moving up, takes a shot at the Pershing, but actually bounces off the frontal armor, so Tiger, Tiger actually gets hit in the head there, gets bonked by the pack howitzer, and actually takes a little bit of damage. Pack howitzer moves up, not pack howitzer, the pack gun moves up. Gonna be getting a shot going there on the Pershing. The Pershing managing to deflect the shot from the pack gun, so its armor doing quite a good job there. Bouncing shots left and right. However, you know, if it wants to live, it's not gonna fight a Tiger and a Pershing. Why do I keep calling that a Pershing? It's not gonna fight the Tiger and the pack gun head on, because that's just suicide. Up in the north, Pioing, Gren's Grenning, and the Oswinning. So right now, Jove feeling kind of good, I suppose. He does have a triple cap currently going against Burmie, so Burmie is on the clock right now, down to 210 points. Jove's sitting comfortably at 377, so you know, good 150 point plus lead. So that makes you feel good, and puts you in a comfortable position where you can afford to, well, for example, be a little bit passive here and just hold the line, rather than having to be aggressive and push to try and break your opponent's defensive line and capture some territory. So, you know. And of course, if he does get beaten back a little bit, you know, bloodily, and it doesn't go well for him, he has a little bit of wiggle room there to come back and reinforce, regroup, and reestablish control. So anyways, big push over on the right-hand side. That MG42 inside the mansion. Actually, that's a Gren, sorry. Gonna be trying to stop the approaching infantry by itself. We do see the mortar half-track tossing its incendiary round into the fray there, doing a little bit of help here against the lieutenant. Lieutenant squad is quickly forced to retreat. The Grand squad inside the mansion quickly forced to retreat as the Persian pushes forward. The one-man Gren manages to make it out of there and keep its squad alive. Second Grand squad moving up, going to be running itself right on top of 2 rifles. That's not a good spot for it, so it quickly retreats. And Panzer Grenadiers moving up, going to be not doing nothing. I thought they might have been wanting to actually throw a grenade or something, but that didn't actually happen. We do have an AT gun now on the field for Burmie. Of course, you know, compared to the pack gun, not the best of the AT guns. However, it's still going to do damage here against the Tiger. Tiger returning fire on the Pershing. The Pershing now taking some shots directly to the face, getting a crew shot going off on it. I believe those are one of the things that will be changed with the Bio squad almost gets taken out. Can it actually make it out of there? I think it can. One of the things that are going to get changed there with the, or might get changed, obviously, because we don't know if all of them are final. With the balance preview, well, what we see on the balance preview, those shock, crew shock criticals, I believe, were removed, if I'm not mistaken. Because that is basically annoying modes of RNG that, you know, are kind of bullshit. It's fine if you have like an ability, for example, the steward that can do that. Although, can he actually still crew shock? I think it's just blind them right now. Well, used to do it, maybe can still do it. I don't know. Oof, nasty grenade there by that rifle squad. Almost takes out the MG, but Burmie manages to persevere and pushes. So yeah, like I said, right now for Jove, I mean, he hasn't really lost anything, so he's fine. He did lose a little bit of territory, lost the north, but he can easily just retreat, regroup, reinforce, and move back out. And we see the Grens right now moving up to the north and going to be going and capping what it can. So the Oswin in the center, getting assaulted here by the Pershing. You see the pack gun returning fire on the Pershing. Pershing down to half health and is going to be forced to back off. AT gun is there for support, but you know, can't really do much. With the armor piercing rounds though, it's pretty good AT gun. Like you saw there, it was actually able to directly penetrate the frontal armor of the Tiger quite easily and do the damage there. Yeah. Regardless of whether it's the best or the worst, it's still an anti-tank gun, so you know, tanks have to be careful with them. So yeah, again, Jove managing to establish control of all 3 victory points simultaneously, bleeding those points for Burmie. Burmie making a push into the center, going to be recovering that point, but even doing so doesn't really provide him much in the way of respite, really, because he's still bleeding. Like right now, it's 2 points per tick, and then it's going to be 1 point per tick, which slowly brings him closer to death. We see the AT gun taking some shots there at the Tiger. The Tiger absorbing those shots to the front. Like I said, it penetrated and got damage in there, but it wasn't a lot of damage. Still at about 75% strength. Pershing still moving out, hasn't gotten fully repaired. And we see an incendiary round landing right on top of the AT gun and the repairing of rear echelons, which all of them need to move. And everybody retreats through the flames, but they stay alive. So everybody needs to go back, get in the radius for heal, and then move back out, which again just lets Jove go ahead and recap the points once again and keep that bleed going. So yeah. Can Burmie do it? I mean, he might be able to. It's a tough sell, it's a tough situation, but might still happen. Rangers hitting the field for Burmie, getting themselves upgraded with some Tommy guns. Going to be moving up to the north to try and capture that location. We do still have that Grand Squad inside the mansion. We see the pack howitzer taking some shots at it, trying to clear it out, but then turning itself around as it got shot from something else, I believe. I don't know what happened there. It looks like Burmie is pushing to the right. So the Grand Squad inside the mansion, gonna get assaulted by the Pershing. However, okay, yeah, I was like, it's not. What? Okay, so it has been set to prioritize vehicles, but if you tell it to actually attack, it still does it. The Ostwind moving up, trying to flush out all the infantry. Getting shot by the Pershing, taking a little bit of damage there. Second shot could bring it down to half health, so now it needs to move out of the way. Bazooka shot flies at it, it pops its smoke, and it's going to move out of the way, so it should be fine. The Pershing is going to be going on the hunt, which is not a bad idea. However, it was already set up, and oh, very nice maneuver there by Jove, setting up the Tiger right there on the smoke, which essentially masks it, so that once the smoke clears, it reveals itself to the Pershing and is able to inflict some damage if possible. However, though, the Tiger is not set to only attack vehicles, which kind of hurt it there a little bit because it was focusing on the vehicle crew. Takes a little bit of too much damage there and gets brought down to about half health, so it's forced to retreat. We see Pio squads with their flamethrowers moving up, one of them down to one man, forced to retreat, barely making it out of there. Trying to take out that AT gun, and they almost do, bring it down to 2 men, but it stays alive. And the Pershing moving back, having taken some damage, but again, not completely destroyed. Did manage to get control of that point, but again, the bleed still going. 47 points, 46 points left for Burmie. Jove, again, sitting very comfortably. He has a lot of resources now. Getting up to 600 manpower, 270 fuel. Spending some reconnaissance overflight right on top of everything just to get an idea of what's going on. Grand Squad in the center, going to be assaulted here by everything as we see a big push by Burmie into the center. Grand Squad down to 1 man, almost gets taken out. We see sweepers managing to clear out or spot that mine in the center, allowing the Pershing to stop and not hit it, even though once spotted it wouldn't have actually hit it. We do see a off-map smoke barrage getting called in right on top of the MG, breaking the siege there and allowing it to move out of the way. Lieutenant pushing forward, but not going to be able to get that MG. The MG is going to be moving back. Rangers leading the way, getting torn apart here. Trying to throw a grenade there at that MG, but not even managing to do so as the entity gets killed and then gets switched so that it has to redo the animation. And then it's down to 2 men, so it's forced to retreat. Burmie does manage to capture that center victory point, so it slows down the bleed to 1 point per tick, but he is down to 11 points. Can he actually turn it around and stabilize? Well, for now, it looks like he is going to be buying himself a little bit of extra time. We see these rifles up in the north managing to do a little bit there. Grand Squad in the center, retreating down to 1 man. Very low in health. The Lieutenant also down to 1 man, forced to retreat. Can it actually make it out of there? Yes, the Grand Squad is barely going to make it out. Pershing pushing forward, going to be trying to flush out that MG. Oof. Nasty hit to a single man there on that MG crew. Going to be forcing it out of there. And have shots on the flank. Oof. MG-42 down to 1 man. See another shot there by the Tiger, managing to inflict a crew shock on the Pershing. AT gun though and bazookas are getting some flank shots going there on the Tiger. The Tiger could actually get itself killed. However, I don't think it matters at that point. Oof, main gun destroyed on the Pershing. Jove might be wanting to go for the kill. A second crew shot goes off from the Tiger. I believe that's GG. Yeah, down goes the Pershing. Jove pulling back with his Tiger. AT gun getting decrewed. And the vehicle crew popping out. Rifles managing to recover that AT gun to keep it on the field. But oof, it's a tough situation there for Burmie. 7 points remaining for Burmie, managing to stop the bleed and turning around at that stage. 61 to 95 when the pop cap goes though, so that's a toughie. Ostwind pushing over to the right-hand side, going to be breaking anything that is trying to stop the approach. Rear echelon squad in the center, being forced to move back a little bit there. The Ostwind coming up on the flank, going to be stopping there as it tries to target the pack howitzer. The AT gun in the center though is getting torn apart by the Panzer Grenadiers. Might be able to get a shot off. Nope, not even a single shot off. Vehicle crew pushing forward by themselves. Only 2 men left on that vehicle crew, so the Ostwind will just tear it apart. Kills off the bazooka. I don't know why I said bazooka. Rifle squad going to be going for the AT gun, just clearing themselves at this point. I can only assume that Burmie has called it quits, but just simply still fighting, you know, just for shits and giggles, I suppose. I mean, he did have enough fuel for a second Pershing if he desired, but the manpower was really the issue there. Tiger moving up, clearing out that recovered AT gun. We see the northern side falling completely. Left-hand side rear echelons did go for the cap, so it, you know, keeps the bleed from happening, but it will soon turn around. Burmie though throws in the GG. Jove returning it kindly as the Tiger waltzed into the base, destroying the medics, violating the Geneva Convention, and we see men retreating left and right. So I suppose the game will be coming to an end with the victory points. We see the lieutenant still on the field, just hiding over here on the left-hand side as the rear echelons sit there. The points have been taken. Nothing else is getting capped, but the timer still goes, and we're down to 3 ticks. So with 2 ticks, the game gets further close. With 1, it signals the end, and with the last one, it actually comes to an end. Very nicely played by both. Yeah, that was pretty intense. Not much I can say about that one. It was well played by both sides. Obviously, in the end, Jove came out on top. I do hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.